the Ballon d'Or, the most illustrious individual prize a footballer can get. And in the past 10 years, it's been dominated by two footballers in the names of Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. In that time, they both won 5 Ballon d'Ors each and took football to another level that I don't think football's ever thought they'll ever get to. These guys are averaging 50 goals a season, and just their consistency, just to break record after record, has just been incredible. And they've obviously dominated this. Award. The question is, will this continue? We'll find out today, as I talk about my top 10 Ballon d'Or ranking of 2018. Top 10. So we're going to start off at number 10 is Harry Kane, Tottenham Hotspur, and England. And what can I say about Harry Kane? You can say this and that, but at the end of the day, the guy is a goal scorer. He won the Golden Boot. I know he didn't, pull up trees and like scored amazing goals and crunch goals, but he scored 6 goals in the World Cup and he did win the Golden Boot. That just says enough. He scored 44 goals for Tottenham, scored 7 in the Champions League. He's been able to do it at the highest level. People say this and that about Harry Kane, but you cannot deny that the guy is one of the best strikers in the world and has shown that in the past. In the past few years, and to be honest, you just look at his record alone. Harry Kane definitely is up there as one of the best players in the world, and for me, he is in the top 10, just ahead of Eden Hazard. So number 10, Harry Kane. At number 9 is the Colossus N'Golo Kante of Chelsea and France. Now, N'Golo Kante, what can you say about the guy? You look at his record and the teams he's been involved in the past few years. He's able to, in the past 5 years, he's able to win Ligue 1, Ligue 1, the Premier League with Leicester, the Premier League with Chelsea, got France to the 2016 final of the Euros, and obviously he helps France win the World Cup in 2018. And you just look at it from N'Golo Kante. You just look at N'Golo Kante and just think like, he's not going to be a guy that has great stats where he has his pass completion rate is amazing, or he's able to pierce balls through, or like his assists or his goals are high. He doesn't have none of that. But what he does bring to the thing, he breaks up play, he works extremely hard, and he's just the best defensive midfielder in the world. And he's been like that for the past 2 years. And people say N'Golo Kante shouldn't be in there. I don't really know what you're speaking about. Okay, at number 8 is Raphael Varane of France and Real Madrid. Now, Raphael Varane, when you look at Raphael Varane, he's a Rolls Royce, a fantastic defender who right now is probably the best defender in the world. When you look at the reason why, that's why I said like the Premier, that's why I said like club football and was playing in the World Cup is it kind of not goes hand in hand in a way, but kind of affects people's ranking, because I wouldn't have said Raphael Varane until the World Cup and how amazing he's been in the World Cup. He's been an absolute colossus, been a Rolls Royce, scored important goals when he's needed, just been an outstanding footballer. But compared when he plays at Real Madrid, where he's very good, but he's overlooked because of Sergio Ramos. So that's why I put it in there. But again, when a guy wins a World Cup and a Champions League in the same year and plays vital part in both wins, you got to put him in there. And right now, he's probably the best defender in the world. And at number 8, Raphael Varane. Number 7 is Belgian midfielder and Man City midfielder Kevin De Bruyne. Now, you look at Kevin De Bruyne and he just has absolutely everything. I mean, I've never seen a guy being able to find passes that are actually not real. Like, do you remember the assist for Jesus and Sane for against Stoke, where he passes the ball? When you actually look at the angle, it doesn't actually look on. But for some reason, he's able to see that on a level playing field with everyone else. You look at the importance that he's had to Man City winning the title. Huge part of that. Dominated in his position, played a huge part for Belgium. In the World Cup, scored that vital goal to put them through against Brazil, and just overall just had a really good World Cup and had an amazing year for Man City. Won their player of the year, came second in the running to Mo Salah, and also won the Premier League, and also got the most assists in the Premier League last season, which is just absolutely astounding. Kevin De Bruyne at number 7. At number 6 is Mohamed Salah. Now, again, this is why the case of the reason. This is the case where you add club football and obviously the World Cup that happened this year. If we're just going on club football alone, Mo Salah would be a lot higher than number 6. But because of what happened in the World Cup, it brings his ranking down. Mo Salah, when you look at what he's done for Liverpool this season, just think about this: 44 goals. 32 in the Premier League, a record score in the Premier League. We say he didn't have a World Cup. He still managed 2 goals from at a time when people said he wasn't going to make the World Cup. So he ended up scoring 2 goals for Egypt. So if you look at everything Mo Salah has been able to bring to Liverpool and just the Premier League in general this year, has just been outstanding. Like, you talk about clutch moments for Liverpool, big moments. Mo Salah has been there every time they needed him. Semi-finals of the Champions League against Roma, home and away against Man City, big games last year against Arsenal, against Man City. He has been there. Also, against Chelsea, he has been there when they needed him the most, and just on an individual basis, like the guy is definitely one of the best players in the world, and absolutely came out of nowhere. No one would have thought Mo Salah was going to be in this position 12 months ago, but he's in this position right now, and you put your hands up to him because he's such a fantastic footballer, and what a player. So at number 6 is Mo Salah. Number 5 on this list is this is gonna be a bit of a shock, is Lionel Messi. Now, you're all thinking right now, Messi at number 5. On a basis of club football alone, you would probably say Messi has been the best player in the world this year on everything he's done. Now, he scored 45 goals. He won the Golden Boot in La Liga and also the European Golden Boot overall. Helped Barcelona win the Copa del Rey and La Liga, and just had an overall fantastic season for Barcelona. But what brings Messi down is what happened in the World Cup. And I'm not saying Messi had a bad World Cup, but there was 4 other people who had a better World Cup than him, and vice versa. But let's go back to Messi. What happened in the World Cup really affected his ranking. I'm not gonna say that, oh yeah, it's his fault, but just the way the manager played the whole thing just kind of disrupted Messi, and he didn't get time to shine. Teams really focused on him, and he was the vocal point to attack after attack. He couldn't really get a rhythm. So obviously they get knocked out quite early, obviously in the last 16, and it makes it hard to rank Messi. But when you look at the overall basis, and it's not judged on just club football alone, it's judged on what happened in the World Cup 2 this year. And number 5, it is Lionel Messi. Now, you guys are going to be angry about that, but it is what it is. Number 4 on this list is the wonder kid, Kylian Mbappe of France and Paris Saint-Germain. Now, Mbappe, I'm going to say this right now, I believe Mbappe is the best teenager we've seen since Pele. He is that good for a player to be 19 years old and to be at this level of football. Just remember, he was 18 last year and was able to get a Monaco team to the Champions League semi-final, and also won the league with them. Obviously, made this massive move to Paris Saint-Germain, and just kicked on. It just showed everyone that he is a talent. In the World Cup, scores 4 goals, scores in the final. Probably the most important game, that the one that they had problem with France the most was against Argentina when they go 2-1 down. But as they say, come at the man. And Kylian Mbappe was able to do one of the most 4 goals in the World Cup. Vital goals, and also top performances. He got man of the match in the quarterfinal and also in the semi-final, where he was outstanding. You just look at the guy, he can just go from strength to strength because he's just a fantastic footballer. And number 4 is Kylian Mbappe. Number 3 on this list is Luka Modric. And I know people would feel that Luka Modric should be a lot higher. He probably should have won it because what he did in the World Cup, and also part of a Real Madrid team that won the Champions League. But the basis of everything that goes on, that's why. But I'll explain to you when the top 2 are announced. But Luka Modric, let's just talk about his season. I mean, he's not a guy that's going to bring up these amazing assist stats and this and that. The guy dominates where it matters the most in the midfield. when you need someone to retain the ball and win a midfield battle, there's no one better in the business than Luka Modric. And he showed you. He's also came up with big goals when his country needed it the most. Ended up scoring 2 goals in the World Cup and was voted the player of the tournament. Now people argue that he should be up higher. This is my opinion, but again, at number 3 is Luka Modric. Number 2 on this list is Cristiano Ronaldo. And I know what you're thinking, wow, Ronaldo number 2. But at number 2 is Cristiano Ronaldo. And let's just talk about Ronaldo first. 4 goals in a World Cup, 44 goals in all competitions. I mean, the guy is just, he's just a goal machine. He's not the old Ronaldo who's gonna get the ball 50 yards out, receive the ball at the halfway line, beat numerous players and score. But he's evolved his game. He's a fox in a box right now. He's a goal poacher, but can also come up with amazing moments. And you've seen that during the World Cup. In my opinion, he had the best individual performance in that whole of the World Cup with the hat trick against Spain. He came up with big moments for for Real Madrid. At the turn of the year, he really came to his own and started racking up the goals as he always did. Became the first player to score in all 6 group stage games in the Champions League, and became the first player to score in 11 straight games in the Champions League. Again, they win the Champions League. He helps Portugal. The reason why Ronaldo is not actually number 1 because Portugal didn't go as far as they should have, and it kind of doesn't work in his favor, and it is me putting him as number 1. But again, it is what it is. And Cristiano Ronaldo is number 2 on this list. And also honorable mentions to Marcelo, Eden Hazard, and Diego Godin. But now, guys, and number 1, and in my opinion, should be the Ballon d'Or winner of 2018 is Antoine Griezmann. And the reason why I say that is that you look at big moments, a player that comes up with moments when his team needed the most. Antoine Griezmann has been there. He's a crunch player who does it when his team needs him. He helped Atletico Madrid win the Europa League, scored 2 goals in the final, scored a vital goal against Arsenal in the first leg of semi-final. Set up the second goal for Diego Costa. Scored in the quarterfinals. The guy, when his team needs him, he's the most reliable player when it comes to that. He scored big goals for Atletico Madrid to make him to put them second in La Liga. He scored 4 goals in the World Cup. Scored in the final. Was named man of the match in the final, and just overall produced vital moments when his team needed him the most. And I just believe that in 2016 people felt they probably should have won it, but I feel that this is the time that Antoine Griezmann should be awarded the Ballon d'Or. Again, we're looking on the basis of not just what you've done for your club, but also what you've done in the World Cup, and he's delivered in both, and he's definitely delivered in both sense, and also won. He won the big thing with his with his country, and at number 1, who I believe should be the Ballon d'Or winner is Antoine Griezmann. But again, guys, a lot could happen. There is August to December, a lot can happen in football. Then Ronaldo, Messi, Mo Salah can just go on a mad one and just rip up the football world. But if you have anything to say, share, comment. I definitely want to hear you comment, because I want to know your opinion on this top 10. Do you believe Antoine Griezmann should be ahead? Should Modric be higher? What do you think, guys? Let me know. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you.